Java annotations are like hidden gems in the world of programming. They might seem small, but they can make a big difference in your code. From improving readability to reducing boilerplate, annotations are widely used in Java frameworks. So, understanding them is a game changer. In this video, we will break down the essentials of Java annotations, giving you a comprehensive look at what they are and why they are so impactful. Then we will explore the different types, followed by practical examples to see how they function in real world scenarios. We will also dive into creating user defined annotations, adding an extra layer of customization to your projects. To wrap things up, we have got a hands on demo that shows how to implement annotations effectively in a Java application. So, if you're ready to sharpen your Java skills and add another tool to your developer toolkit, let's begin.
Let's proceed to explore Java annotations. But before starting, let me ask you, which concept do you find most interesting? Let us know in the comments below. File handling is vital because everything in a computer system involves files. We will delve into various operations, including reading data from files, writing data to files, and other related activities. Now we'll talk about annotations in Java. So annotations is a very important concept and is very useful as well, but you have to understand that annotations directly does not affect the operation of the code in Java, meaning it is not going to perform any specific task. So what annotations are? So annotations will just tell you the information or some data about the program. It is a kind of a metadata which will provide you certain information. So there are two different types of annotations. One is your inbuilt annotations, one is your custom defined or user defined annotations. So I'll give you an example of an inbuilt annotation. For example, @override. So @override is an annotation in Java, inbuilt annotation, which tells that this particular method followed by that @override annotation has to override a method that is defined in a superclass. So it is just telling the information that this particular method has to override something, right? So it is just providing information, not doing any specific task. So this was the inbuilt annotation. Now you should also see here or remember here is that any annotation should start with symbol. Okay, followed by the annotation name without any gaps. Now coming to user defined annotations. So can you also define your own annotations in Java? Yes, you can define your own annotations in Java. And how to do that? I'll show you the code for that. So coming here, if you see the first file, here I have created or defined the annotation. To create an annotation in Java, you need to have @interface keyword. Okay, so followed by interface. This is a keyword here. Okay, it's not an interface of Java, but just a keyword which is being used for creating annotations in Java. Okay. Now so the code, if you see, the file starts with so many import statements. So these all are required for creating annotations. You need to import all of these. Now, coming to the main part of creating annotation, that is this part. Here, you see public. The annotations has to be public because if it is private, then you'll have a restricted access to those, right? So mostly it is public. @interface. So this is a fixed keyword, and then the name of the annotation. This name you can give anything. Then syntax to be followed or rule to be followed for giving the name is similar to the class name. The rule to define the name of a annotation is similar to the rule which is followed for defining a class name. Okay, so this is the annotation name. Now inside this curly brackets, you can put whatever you want this annotation to do or to have the information. So here, what I have done is, I have taken 4 different parameters. One is string, another is also of string type, which is a date value. This is a string value, just takes the name of the author. Then there is an int, which is a revision or the edition value, that which edition of the particular book it is. Then string, some comments if you want to pass, that is another value inside this annotation. So this is how you define an annotation. Okay. Now how to use it? So to use it, I have taken example of a different class here, annotation example.java. So here, you see here, this is how it is being used. Okay. So to use it also, you need to start it with @ the name of the annotation, that was method info, correct? Now, the author, date, revision and comment, these are defined. So inside this, what I've done is I've defined these values. So author will be John Dio, September 2022 is the date, revision is second edition, comments is method to return customer name, some comment is given. So what I'm doing here is I'm telling that the method which will be following these annotation, that is this method, should have all these informations predefined. Meaning for this method, author, date, revision, and comments, these 4 variables are already defined with these values. Getting it? So directly if you see return John Doe is being used here, right? Because already the information is given here that this method has these 4 variables already initialized to these values. Getting it? This is one of the simplest way of defining and using annotation. Now, how to call or make use of the annotation? As you saw, to show you the output that how this is being used, I have just printed all these. So you can see here, created an object of method info class and then method dot get annotation. This is how at runtime we make use of or we call the annotation. Okay, and then all the values are being printed here. Fine. There is a if condition also which I have placed here, that is just checking that is annotation present or not in this particular class. So this is for that. This you can omit this as well, or it is optional, you can say. But this part is how we will be at runtime calling an annotation. Let me execute this and show you. So you can see here that author John Doe, revision 2, date and all this are being printed as it is defined here in this particular annotation. Okay. So this was all about annotations in Java, how we can have a inbuilt annotation and how we can create your own annotations in Java and make use of it and also call it at the runtime.
Here's a quick recap of what we covered in this video on Java annotations. We started with an introduction to Java annotations, explaining their purpose and how they enhance code readability and structure. Then we explored the different types of annotations in Java along with practical examples to understand how they are used. We also looked into creating user-defined annotations for custom functionality. Finally, we wrapped up with a hands-on demo to see annotations in action within a Java application. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more Java insights. See you in the next video.